Hello, church family. Last week, I think it was that I told you all that we are actively working towards a plan to have worship indoors in person. Some of you have communicated with me how excited you are about this. Others have reservations. That's okay. But in order for this to be able to happen, we need you as volunteers. We need volunteers. In fact, we've done a kind of a general walkthrough of the various needs that we will have, not as participants in the actual worship service, but worship participants from the standpoint of facilitating and making it possible. People to help open doors, people to check individuals in, ushers to help people be seated and to dismiss after church, set up before and tear down after church. And what we estimate is we need at least 12 people a Sabbath for that. Now, we're not willing to burn out just 12 people in this church. And so what we are saying we need is 4 teams, at least 4 teams of 12 individuals. We could even do with probably a few more, 12 to 15 individuals. 4 teams of 12 to 15 individuals in order to make this a reality. We met with the board, and the board gave us counsel and gave us insight and their feedback. And through that, we have decided that March 27th is the date that we want to launch. We thought about launching a week later because that is Easter, the Sabbath before Easter, or the Sabbath of Easter weekend. But we felt like we didn't want to have potentially our largest influx of people wanting to come to worship service on that very first Sabbath. And so we would start on March 27th, kind of get our in-person legs back underneath us. And then on the following weekend, we want to hopefully have 2 services, recognizing that there might be more people that want to come back on Easter weekend. But please hear me. In order for any of this to happen, we need 4 teams of at least 12 people to help us make in-person indoor worship a reality. Now, if you are uncomfortable with coming back yet, then you should not volunteer. If you're a high-risk individual and you think that that's putting yourself at too much risk, you should not volunteer. But if you're one of those people that I've heard from that said, Pastor, we need to get back in person, then we need you. Not every week. We're wanting to get on hopefully a 4-week rotation of people. Now, if we want to have 2 services a week so that we can have double the amount of persons being able to attend, not just 125, but 250 over the course of the whole day, then we're going to need 8 teams of 12 to 15 people. What is that? That's 96. I think 96 people, volunteers. Now, we have more than enough of that in our church, but it's whether or not people are comfortable, for one, and whether or not you're willing. Now, we have 4 weeks until that Sabbath. Within the next 2 weeks, we want to get volunteers in order to be able to have the comfort level that we can pull this off. Now, I called for volunteers just a week ago. I think it was, maybe 2 weeks ago. And y'all, here's what the response has been. 6 people. 6. So, please, we need you. We want to come back and regather in person. The time has come. We're going to be safe. We're going to be masked. We're going to be socially distanced. We're going to keep the numbers low. It's going to be as safe as possible. We're excited about this potential, but we need our volunteers. And so this is my appeal to you. Please help us support your church and sign up to be a part of a team that can volunteer hopefully just once every 4 weeks on a rotation like that. You can write to office@spencervillechurch.org, or you can just call into the office, Carol, but office@spencervillechurch.org, and you can let us know, and we will put you on team, and then we will make contact with you as we get closer to that date, as we'll want to go through with you the process and the procedure and everything else involved. But we need you. That's my appeal today. We need you. So thank you in advance for being willing to serve. And I look forward to the day when we can see each other again face to face. And I look forward to the day even more so when it's not just on a limited number, but all of us can feel comfortable and safe regathering and worshiping with one another. Until then, I hope that you're connecting with a small group, with a Sabbath school, and having that relational community. And even once we get back in person, we want you to know that that is still a key emphasis. We are not the church simply because we come and sit in pews. We have to be in community, and community does not exist simply by coming to a singular worship service. So we want the both and. They went, as the book of Acts says, they met from house to house and in the temple courts. We want both and. So thank you in advance for volunteering. Remember, office at spencervillechurch.org. We need 4 teams of 12 to 15 people. 4 teams of 12 to 15 people. Let us know in the next couple weeks if you're willing to do that. Maybe you have a small group and your whole small group says, we'll volunteer together. That'd be great. We'd love to have you, and we will put you into the rotation. But anyways, love you all, and I pray that you have a great week. Enjoy the warmer weather, and join us Sabbath at our drive-in service as long as the weather holds, or online. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.